Travis, is that how you wanted your first Test wicket to be? Like, how many years have you dreamt about bowling that ball?
Oh, look, the wicket assisted a fair bit. I know I'll get a rare opportunity, so it was nice to take it. But yeah, the work had sort of been done, so it was nice to come at the end and play a role, I guess.
Were you? I was going to say, were you fully expecting to do some bowling though in this Test if it didn't wrap up so quickly? Was that the plan?
Yeah, that was the plan. There was a waiting game for a few days leading into the Test, and bowling was a huge part of that, obviously with the hamstring. So yeah, I knew that was going to be a role at some point. I think the two spinners and all the bowlers did a fantastic job through the Test match. For us, not to be, I guess myself and Marnus, not to be needed at all. So, but as the wicket shows, we can give a chop out here and there to Gaz or Swep. It's going to be a huge part of the next Test. So yeah, I expected a bowl at some point, but not at the stage of the game then. So
I was going to say, were you in Pat's here saying, I reckon I could hit the hole outside off stump there, or?
No, I just assumed that we was going to keep going with the two guys, probably the lunch, or and then yeah, I think like I said, just a little chop out, whether it was going to be myself or Marnus, and throwing the ball, and yeah, I guess we've been working on it for the last few days here, and through the one-day series and the A squad. So yeah, it was nice to get it in the area, and I think you've got to let the wicket do a lot of work, and I think myself and Gaz are completely two different. It's coming down at completely different angles and lines, so yeah, it's a nice match-up.
You're pretty pumped up that first wicket, Trav. Like, just come on, tell us the emotions behind that. Like, just reflect on it a little bit.
It was more, I think, just enjoyment of getting involved in the Test. Didn't feature much with the bat, so yeah, to not, I guess, to give up the opportunity to have a bowl and waste anything and get into my work straight away. It was nice to land them in the right spot and let the wicket do the work. So I think it was just more enjoyment around the boys to get a wicket.
Who have you worked on?
Oh, I think it's just been a long time. Here I get this Gaz and Dan. So Dan's been awesome, and I've worked with him in the past, and I think between the three of us, and also Smudge a fair bit. Obviously being down the other end. And then yeah, it's just a work in progress. I know that probably the return hasn't been as good over the last few years in terms of my bowling and whatnot, but I think in these conditions it's a skill set that can maybe suit and maybe play a role, and whether it was going to be needed or not. And at that stage of the game I probably just was at mid-off thinking I wouldn't be, but yeah, nice to get involved in the game.